to like record it because we're giving out tips, right?
Yeah. Well, welcome everybody. This is our team call. We're going to record it because we're going to give a lot of good stuff out today, and some of the people couldn't get on, so we're just going to record it, and everybody that gets to see this gets to see it, and who cares, right? And Clinton was going over some nice tips of getting some swipes that you can do for email. And what was this next tip?
All right, so this next tip, okay? So, okay, I don't know about you guys, but I like personalizing my email. So you ever had that? I mean, here's it's a double-edged sword here. You ever had where you build a list from a solo ad, right? Solo ad vendor or any type of list building system, right? You're building your list, right? And you want to connect with those people whom you're building your list with, right? So you have their email address, right? So I just as we're doing this live hangout here, here's what I did. I'm having people click like as we're talking. I had an email sent out from earlier because this is one of the things you want to do. You want to make sure you're emailing your list, right? So anyways, I had an email that I scheduled early this morning. First thing I got up was schedule my emails, okay? And then so I scheduled those emails, and now I'm searching as people click on my links. I'm searching. I'm going on Facebook. I take their email addresses. I copy and paste it in Facebook. I look up their email address. If it pulls up a name, some people have profiles, some people don't have profiles. But if it pulls up a name with that email associated with the email address, chances are it's like one of those DNA tests. 99% sure that's the person. Here's why you want to do that. You put that. You go back in Aweber and you add that to their email profile. So now they have a first and last name. So when you send out their emails, they're more personalized. And people, when they see that, they're like, man, this guy, you know, you don't need to capture name. You just need to put it in that field, right? As long as you have the email address. So it is when you send out these emails, they're more personalized to people, and then they see that like, man, he knows me. You know, this guy knows my name, right? And it just makes email more, you know, makes your email more personalized for that person. Like I just found Paula Volk out of I don't know where she's at. Let me go look up on her Facebook. I don't know where she's at, but she on this picture that I'm looking on the screen here. I'll do a screen share so you guys can see. She's I just you know, looks like her family. I don't know who she is, but I'm going to add her. Now, remember I said this is going to be a double-edged sword? So another way you can do this is if I wanted to, I could also Facebook hustle her too. You know, I could do a Facebook hustle and say, hey, I seen you open an email on my list. Let's connect, yada, yada, yada. So again, that steps up that engagement. So I just sent her a friend request, so now she knows that I'm a real person. Because how many times have you marketed, right? And you know, you just people just don't know who you are. But if they're opening up emails and then you send them a friend request, now they become, you know, that's that guy that sent me the emails. Oh, he's on Facebook. He's real. You know, because I was just listening to a training with Igor. He has his podcast show, and Michael Martin was on there, and he was giving some tips about, you know, relating to people, connecting with people. Okay, and so this is like one way. Let me take off the screen share here. But this is just one way to boost that engagement, because when you boost that engagement, you're going to get better conversions. And from what that call I was just listening with Igor and Michael, they were saying the people want to. It's not. I mean, you can the hook, right, is set with the money, right? But to reel them in and to keep them in your little, you know, your little pond and stuff like that, it has to be above the money. So what's above the money? Well, once you befriend them, then you can start doing videos about, you know, personal development, things that you experience, you know, and just give them tidbits of information, right? And then you could put them in isolation, like you could put these videos on your blog. You can isolate them on a blog, right? And then they can watch this information, and then you give them a call to action what to do next. You know, hey, you know, check out my links on the side, you know, for more information or whatever you want to do for a call to action. So that's my soapbox speech there for you, Eli.
No, thanks, man. You know, and I love all these little things because it's the little things that make the huge difference. Everybody wants to know, you know, the big things to do all the time, and they don't get that it's the little things like that. You know, if you connect with somebody on Facebook because they happen to have a Facebook account, people are going to go all the way. Hey, Brian, thanks for joining us on the chat. If you don't have a camera, that's fine, but at least you can listen to it. Listen in if you don't. Um, and you guys haven't met
There he is.
Brian yet, have you?
He said, hey.
Hey, okay. It'll be nice to next time he maybe could get on board.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you're breaking up. Even your audio is breaking up right now. Sorry, man. But if you can
Yeah,
hear
I'm
us,
having a lot of difficulties, man. I don't know what's going on. Sorry about
just
that.
probably low bandwidth.
Oh, you're fine, man. You're fine.
Yeah, it's good. It probably is just low bandwidth. It happens. Sometimes I got to call Comcast all the time for that same reason. Hopefully you guys are getting me okay today, though, because I was going to go ahead and start sharing my screen over here.
Go ahead, Eli.
Let me see. Am I on the right page? But first of all, this is what this is going to be about. You know, to me, every leader out there that's online does a ton of webinars. I mean, a ton. I mean, every time there's an idea, there's something to sell, there's something some news that came about, they get on a webinar, they send it out to the list, and they just get on the webinar and talk real quick and put the information out there and put a link to buy, put a link to go get more information, whatever. But they're doing webinars left and right, and a lot of us, hold ourselves back, and you shouldn't be, because the more live events you do, the more people are going to like and trust that you know what you're doing. So you need to be doing these, and you don't have to know a lot. You don't have to know a lot to do these things. All you have to do is read something that has to do with business, and just get out there and talk about it a little bit. Now, yeah, we have all kinds of live formats and things like that. Like on Facebook and then Periscope, and a lot of people are afraid of all that stuff. So this is very, unless you tell people that you're even on, they don't even really know that you're on. Google Plus is like a ghost town over there as far as engagement. So so you have to be afraid of anything. Over here, creating a quick hangout and creating that hangout to be an actual webinar. And then after you're done with it, if you feel like it's good enough, you can actually put it out and send it to your list, or put it on your Facebook or your Twitter or whatever social media you're using besides Google Plus, and that will get people to see that you're actually creating these things and actually trying to help people out. And it's the simplest thing that you can do. I mean, a lot of times, we don't have a camera, we don't have this, we don't have that. You can actually hold a Google Hangouts with something like this. You can actually just have an iPad, an iPhone. I'm sure a lot of the Android stuff and platforms have it too. And you can actually just do a Google Hangout from there. The nice thing about doing it on your computer is that you're going to be able to actually show people the screen, like I'm about to show you how simple this is to do, right? So I'm going to just give you an idea of what I do to create one, and you'll see that it's very simple, especially if you already have your own blog. I'm probably going to have to do a different training if you don't have a blog right now, how to create one. It's really simple, especially if you go with GoDaddy and use their hosting, and you can actually create one in a blog in a heartbeat, WordPress blog. And then to use it is very simple too. It's almost the same as putting a blog post or a post on Facebook. Not that much different. So I'm going to share my screen over here. Let me see. Hopefully I got the right screen. I got multiple things over here, and this is the back of the Kalatu blogging platform, which is based on WordPress. So it's very similar to a WordPress. It's just very simplified, and it's hosted by a company that spends millions of dollars a year making sure that it runs right, so you don't have to worry about whether it's running slow or whatever. So I like to use this, but you can literally host this on any WordPress blog. And all you're going to do is actually, to start one, you're going to go to Posts, and then just add new post, and create a name for whatever you're doing. Like today we're talking about, well, I'll show you what I've done already, but let's do creating money out of thin air, right? Thin air with webinars. So that's my catchy title. That's all you have to do to worry about is make it catchy, so if somebody wants to come and check it out. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna come down here and change in your body. All you need to do is go back and start creating a hangout. And I'll show you when you go start a Hangout, and I'm not sure if I can create two here, so I'm going to go ahead and do it on a different browser. Let me open up a browser here, and go ahead and go to Google.com. If you don't know where it's at, just go ahead and search Google Hangouts in Google itself, and that's the first thing right here. Google, it's hangouts.google.com. So click on there. I'm actually on my account. So let me see. Allow, and then allow and remember. Okay. So you're gonna go here to let me see, because this looks a little different than my regular Google Hangout page. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna click on the top here and scroll down to Hangouts on Air. Now, the difference between a regular Hangout and Hangouts on Air is that actually it's going to record it for you on your YouTube channel, so that you can actually use it for replays if you're gonna let other people check out the webinar at different times. This is very good to use. It's just the way that you can actually make it into a webinar, so it's live and at the same time let people see it. So you click on there, and it's just follow the instructions. Create a Google Hangout on Air. You're actually going to give it a name. So let's say test 1, just for the heck of it. I'm going to do it for later, so that you guys, I don't want to do it right now, so that I can delete it later. And then all you have to do, if you're going to have other people join you, it's definitely going to be public first, but you can get rid of that if you wanted to. But I would leave it public so that people see that you're having these things. Add the people in your circles, depending on what you have in your circles, or go ahead and add people individually that are in your circles. So you go ahead and share, and all you have to do is come back to it once you're going to go live and allow. I don't know why it keeps on blocking me. I don't use this browser too often. And all you have to do is come back here and actually click on Start. And you can actually have the actual URL that you're going to be using right there. I'm going to use it I'm going to show you what I'm doing right now so that you guys can see. Hold on. Can see it on the one that I'm holding right now, because then I don't start another one. Let's see. You guys can probably see a bunch of these, but on here, when you're here, besides seeing your picture or whatever you're doing, at the very bottom of the screen, you see where it says links. You can click on links here, and you see how it has the event page, which you can share. But if you want to hold the webinar in a place that you can actually put a button so people can buy or go to see something else, what you're going to do is put this on this link right here on your WordPress. Which all we're going to do is come here, right-click, copy, and then I'm going to go over to my blog, which I showed you. We already started that blog. Creating money out of. I didn't even do that right. Out of thin air with webinars. So all you're going to do is add media. Once you have that link, and you come back to your blog post, you're going to add media, come down to where it says insert from URL, and you're going to get rid of that HTTP and then paste that YouTube. And you see how that automatically brought that YouTube that we have right now right to it. And you're going to insert it into post. And it's right there. That's all you have to do. The next thing that I'm going to show you, it's a little more advanced, but you're going to come over here and give yourself a couple of lines. And what I want you to do is actually go to Google, and there is ways to get things that are not copyrighted. I'm not going to go into all that. You guys can figure that out as far as whether an image is copyrighted or not. But I'm going to show you a simple way to get an image that you can actually use on there to send to people. So you go to Google and you send out, like if you are trying to get somebody to join your list, you can look for join. Just point join, go to images. See, there's going to have all kinds of images here. Join us, join us, and just choose an image that you want to represent what you're trying to say that day. You know, if you want somebody to buy, you know, just type buy and look for images, and there's all kinds of buy buttons, right? So just go ahead and click on a button that you like. You're going to go and click on View Image, and once you have it here, you can right-click and save image as on almost every computer out there. So you're going to save it. I'm going to save it to Downloads so I can find it easily. And then all you're going to do is come back to your blog, give yourself a line or two below where the video is going to be, and click on Add Media again. And then click on, Insert Media, Upload Files. You're going to upload the file. You already know that it's on Downloads, and it's the last thing that I uploaded. See this Buy button right here. So I'm just going to bring it in. And once it's in here, WordPress does a neat little thing where you can set a link for it. Now it goes automatically to media files, so when somebody clicks on it, it goes to the picture where the file is being hosted on your server. If you don't know what that means, it doesn't matter. What we're going to do is we're going to change this. We're going to change it from media file to custom URL. So that way, if you have a lead capture page, if you have an actual other blog post you want them to send them to, if you have a video you want them to go to, any other website that you want them to send the person to, you can go ahead and put it on here. Now we're doing this for our business, so I'm going to show you here. I'm just going to go back to my business, and we have lead capture pages that are part of the business. I go ahead and use this link right here for the lead capture page. Again, copy. I'm going to go back and paste it right here where the link is going to send it to that page. Now, we have a way to track where it's coming from, so I do that T equals. I go ahead and add something that tells me where it's coming from. So this is going to be from my blog. So Eli G Marketing, that tells me it's my blog. You can just write blog if you want, whatever you like, so that it reminds you where it's from. And then I like to even put where it came from. So this is going to be from webinar training, right? So blog, webinar training. When somebody joins my list or buys down the road, I'll know that they came from this particular thing that I put on my blog. And it's very neat to be able to do that, because you want to be able to track, everything that you're doing, and this is a way to track that. So the main thing is that you're putting the link to wherever you're taking them there, and once you do that, all you can do is insert into post, and you'll see that buy button now appears right in the middle there. So while you're talking on your webinar, you can actually tell somebody, well, if you're interested in what we're doing right now and you like to buy it today only for $47.99, at 50% off, go ahead and click on the buy button, and they can actually go over there. Now, this was for a trial for $1, so I can actually talk about joining me in my business. You can try it this week for $1 for the next 14 days. You can check it all out at no risk to you. Go ahead and click on the buy button during the video, and then they'll actually have something to click on. I'm going to go ahead and show you one more. Well, I'll leave it at that. So you're done. You hit publish, and what you're going to do, sorry, somebody's calling me. I'll show you what it looks like. Is it here? No, that's the inside. Let me see. I just actually put it on the Facebook. There we go. I put the link down here on the one that I created earlier, so I'm going to show you what it looks like on the blog. And that's my blog. This is the webinar. This is actually us live right now, so if I click play, you'll see it, and that's just me, talking right now. This one doesn't have the button because I didn't save it, so let me just go ahead and do that. I didn't want to save it because I already have another blog with that name, but let me go ahead and save it so you guys can see it. Back to the blog post. I'm just going to call this webinar 2 because I already have one with the same name. Edit. You normally wouldn't have to do this. I'm just saving it so that I can delete it later. This is just for presentations only. So I hit the publish button. It's done. So I'm just going to hit view post, and that's how it is. So you get to see the blog, the actual event. If you click it before the actual event starts, it'll say, it'll come back soon. It's about to start. If it's live, they're actually watching it. They can actually make it into a full screen if they want to. And then, of course, when they hit the buy button, now it's going to take them to where I wanted them to go, to my lead capture page. So that's it, guys. I mean, you can literally do this anytime you want, very easily. I'm going to trace my steps real quick so you guys can see it one more time. You go ahead and start a blog post, name it something catchy, go ahead and go back to Google Hangouts, which you do by just going to hangouts.google.com, start a Hangout. Once you start a Hangout on Hangouts on Air, name that something catchy also. You're going to go ahead and copy the link to the YouTube channel, the YouTube, that once you start it, that you're going to actually get from inside the Hangout, and paste and come over here, add media, insert into URL, put the YouTube thing that they gave you, and insert into the post down here by clicking that button. And then when it puts it on there, the next thing you're going to do is just find a button that represents what your offer is going to be in Google, or create your own button, you can create your own graphic and put it on here. All you have to do is upload it by, again, adding media. Now this time when you get at the media, you can actually, I'll show you again, you can click on it, any of the media that you already have. If you have one that you're going to use over and over again, every single time that you put it on, you can change the link that it's going to. So in that blog post, it's going to be going to that particular link that you put it. So if you create a nice little graphic that you like to use all the time for buy now, you can use that over and over again, just like I'm using the same one that I had there before. But at this time, I'm going to change the attachment to go to a custom URL, and you can just change it to wherever you want. Now I'm not going to do that because I already have one in there. But that's that simple. You have that, and you're pretty much done with almost every webinar that you can ever think of. You can be selling all kinds of. Let me come back over here. I gotta find my Google Hangouts. That's Firefox. There we are. Let me bring that down. Bring it over to this page and stop sharing. Linda, I mean, you were on there. Maybe you can cancel. I'm back, right? So, is there any questions that you have from doing that? Is that something simple?
No, that's super simple.
Okay. So,
are you going to do a training on creating a blog through GoDaddy? Because I think I want to do that for Princess Mafia.
Oh yeah.
And I don't. I kind of scaled back. I don't have 10 blogs anymore on the other company, so I'm down to 3, and so I'm probably going to have. And I already have the URL and everything. It's just a matter of setting it up.
Yeah,
so if you could do
I can. I wanted to do that. So I'll try to do a little short video on how to do that. It's not that hard, actually.
Yeah.
GoDaddy has a. If you want just to have.
Hold on, guys. Let me ask you a question, Eli. Does Digital Altitude have blogs for us that we can use?
I do believe so, and I haven't gotten into that directly with that.
Let's do that. So it's a product inside what we have. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
They have a blogging platform?
They do. They actually will create everything for you if you want to, even.
Oh, well, I'd rather do that if that's what I'm pitching.
Yeah.
So
and it might be that's the thing that we need to do. I wanted to make something that the team can do no matter what level they are.
Right.
So that would be a simple way to do that. But yes, I mean, obviously, if we might as well use their blogging platform. But you guys.
Do you know how many we get?
No, I don't.
Okay.
maybe Clinton knows, but
Oh, you're just full of answers. I'm just kidding.
no, sorry, but my idea here, because
I just remembered when I went to the training, it was saying.
Mhm.
But I mean,
Yeah, I know
it's something we can put on, our list, Eli. We can just do some research on. I mean, you got the freaking leadership chat. We can. Well, I wouldn't ask them there.
no, I don't mind asking there.
Yeah, I mean, we could figure it out. We could figure it out between now and next week.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah, you guys are further along in the videos than I am.
And I'm actually just marketing left and right, so that's what I do.
I got yelled at. Well, not yelled at. I got yelled at by my coach for promoting my link. You're not ready for that. And I'm like, what? Do not tell me I'm not. I have like 5 people begging me for my link. And if they're going to go ahead and purchase, they're going to do the dollar and then probably do at least Rise. That's, for me right now, at the level I'm at, that's $800. Bring it on.
That has to be like the best feeling, Linda, that people are knocking on your door with their credit cards out, wanting to join, and you're saying, no, you can't do it. You got to hold on, okay?
You just hold on. Hold your horses.
That's a good
So I actually, and my coach, you have your like startup and then your setup coach. My startup coach was really good. I spoke to him every day. My setup coach is a 7-figure earner. He is so booked on his scheduler. He's like, it's all grayed out for like 6 weeks ahead. So he said to me, I still want to work with you. Let's just every day figure out a time to get together. But he's not responding to my Skype messages.
Okay.
So
that's something to talk to customer service about. We have.
So right. I did send something. I'm waiting to hear back from them. But anyway, it's not a complaint. It's just like I want to get going. Give me more videos, I'm not your average newbie. I know, I want to get started on marketing this.
Right, and I think that you do have a link now, so.
I do have a link.
Just do it.
And whether he yells at me or not, I'm going to promote it.
Bad girl, just promote it.
Yeah, I am a bad girl. Hey, I'm the godmom of the Princess Mafia. I know people.
You know people. I don't want to mess around.
Right.
But Linda, that's awesome. To me, that's commendable. I mean, I understand working with a coach is important, and especially when you haven't done it before, following the steps is really important for somebody new.
Right.
But like you said, you're at a little different level. So I don't let anybody stop me from doing what I want to do in my business. If I mess it up, it's my business. Who cares? So go for it.
Right. Yeah. Well, and the thing is that I do want to go through all the videos because I want to see what the newbie goes through. So it's not like I want to skip any steps.
Right.
But let me continue to market while I'm going through the steps.
Right.
So
go ahead and do what you know what to do. You might learn something better because once your next coach takes over, he'll maybe teach you something better. So but I wouldn't stop from marketing. I mean, even if I didn't know how to market this online, I would be telling all my neighbors, because it is such a big, awesome program to be part of. So don't let yourself hold you back once you have that link.
Okay. Can you now say
level 7, right? At step 7, 6 or 7.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
If you guys, whoever's watching this, if you're at that level and you have a link, obviously you don't want
to spam.
Yeah, you don't want to spam, and that's one of the things that they want to make sure that you're not doing out there and just saying, oh, you're gonna make $1 million. Click on here, So the whole idea of creating these things that I'm talking about, it's more to attract people to you, because if you're doing a training, say you read step 1, actually I think I did one on step 2 last week. On Facebook, and all I did was talking about step 2 had different checklists of what to do every day, and one of the checklists was to get rid of a bunch of your emails that you're getting every day from a bunch of different people and just distracting you. And I thought that was really important, so I created a little infographic, and put it on my Facebook and and typed out a thing. I could have made a video, I could have made a webinar that I could share over there also. There's all kinds of things that you can do. So as far as what do you say? What you're doing for your marketing, just go ahead and do it. And that's why I thought that this would be a nice thing to share with you guys today, because this is something very simple. You can do it. You can also, pre-record something, and actually be in front of a camera and talk about it, and still have a link below. So all you have to do is upload it to YouTube again. Go to your blog, put the link of the video that you uploaded to YouTube on your blog, just like I did, the actual Hangout, and then put a link underneath it, or put a button for them to push underneath it. The button just looks nicer, especially if you
right.
have the time to find a button that has the right colors and things like that, or create it. You're real creative, Linda.
Yeah, I think I might create one. Okay, so it's just you and me right now.
Well, this is
Clinton
also
had to go.
Watched on the blog. So
right.
But Clinton had to go, and it is like way at the top of the hour right now. It took us a little bit longer to get going. I wanted to get done in a half hour, but that's how it goes.
Right.
But thanks, guys, for stopping by. We can talk in a second, Linda. And thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you found this somewhat interesting and something that you can use in your business. As we go along, we're going to have more and more of these kinds of trainings that you'll be able to use for your own, for your marketing efforts. Whatever you're going to do, you don't have to do this. I'm not saying that you have to do anything that we're going to show. If something resonates with you and you think that that'll make something you want to run with it, I just want to give you the tools to be able to do it if it's something that you resonate with. There's all kinds of ways to do this business. Literally, if you're more into Instagram than Facebook, then do Instagram. If you're more into Twitter, do that. You don't have to do anything the way that we're doing it, because some people like certain things more than others, and that's the way it is. If you get good at any one of them, I've seen people make all kinds of money with Twitter. I've seen all kinds of people make all kinds of money with LinkedIn and Facebook and even Instagram. It's there's somebody that I know that's a top earner in another company that is using Pinterest. Somebody else is using StumbleUpon. So you get good at one platform, you can make money with it. So this is just one more tool for your arsenal that you can take on and start using for your marketing. So thanks for stopping by this morning. Thanks for coming by. We're going to do this again next week at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're actually
on Mondays, right?
On Mondays, yes, Mondays. Today was just because yesterday was a holiday, so we're doing it on Tuesday. But on Mondays, we're going to do this every week, and then you'll also see, the links on the actual chat. And we're going to decide whether we're going to hold it this format with the Google Hangouts, or we might just do Zoom, since that's an actual better format for everybody in the team to be able to see each other and meet. And probably a little bit lighter than a lot of these, so that people can actually hook into it a lot easier. So thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.